And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday, and he's taking the risk, stepping in here against a newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Desire and resolve will be tested tonight, all for the right to claim the championship.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky.
Love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley will do everything in his considerable power to stop that from happening. And as far as Helmsley is concerned, Maivia is barely...
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
Okay, a clutch. Wait, look at this. And a great counter to the submission. Boom, right in the button.
Before this, these two going strike for strike, it seems. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have the champion doing everything to retain here.
He narrowly avoids the count.
Couldn't quite slam the door yet.
And able to beat Helmsley to the punch. Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
He wastes no time dodging the attack.
A face-buster knee smash.
That looks painful.
Helmsley with a ruthless attack, and he might have Maivia here.
And he gets delivered back into the ring. He's looking to go high risk from the top rope.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Shoulders are His arm shot off the mat before one.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Sent flying out of the ring here. Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
Oh, God.
And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win.
Clothesline! And now thrown back into the ring.
Oh my gosh!
Off the mark with that one. And the clothesline. And give credit where it's due. Rocky Maivia is leaving nothing in the ring in pursuit.
From the top!
Diving splash from the top. Incredible impact. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high-risk.
Oh, here we go.
Will the champ make that payoff?
2. And a heartbreaking loss for the young upstart, Rocky Maivia.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
The great Hunter Hearst Helmsley asserting his dominance, retaining his Intercontinental Championship, and proving Rocky Maivia just isn't ready for the big time.
Maybe not yet, but I don't think Maivia is going to let this discourage him. If anything, this setback is only going to motivate the young superstar. Rocky will be back here again, and Helmsley better be ready.
I'm sure Helmsley will be. These are two superstars on the rise, and their paths are sure to cross again soon. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger.
Cobra clutch cinched in. The Cobra clutch is in. It's hooked in deep.
In trouble here?
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up. Thursday Raw, Thursday, getting kicked off with a title match for the Intercontinental Championship. Number 1 contender, Rocky Maivia, versus the champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Continuing to attack the neck.
Draped over the top rope.
And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia, Chief Maivia.
Oh boy, they don't come any tougher than Peter Maivia.
What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
And we just saw some serious offense. And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal. Looks like he knew what was coming up.
Big-time clothesline.
Good grief.
And Helmsley just showing his huge edge and experience here. I would say the most cerebral Intercontinental Champion we've had.
Cerebral, I like that description for Helmsley.
Clothesline.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
He might just be stalling for time here.
right in the breadbasket.
Going head to head, putting each other to the test.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Who will break first? That is the question.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Catches a punch.
Headlock. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye.
The superstar looking to put this thing away.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
And the cover. Oh, my God.
What just... I can't.
Agreed, Saxton. Looks like there's no limit to how much damage this superstar can absorb.
This was the moment to capitalize on. That should have been the end.
And a series of vicious stomps.
Gets out of the way of that one.
A face-buster knee smash.
That looks painful.
Helmsley taking hold. A cover.
That is how a true champion defends their title.
Makes the cover. And a heartbreaking loss for the young upstart, Rocky Maivia.
Here is your winner.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our fine champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger.
Cobra clutch cinched in. The Cobra clutch is in.
He is struggling to find an escape, but to no avail. In trouble here.
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up. Thursday Raw, Thursday, getting kicked off with a title match for the Intercontinental Championship. #1 contender, Rocky Maivia, versus the champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Oh, counters right back on Hunter.
Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident words from Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Not sure how relevant his timepiece is to this match, though, Corey.
It isn't relevant. I just wanted to share an example of how far ahead in the game of life Helmsley is.
Oh, brother.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt. And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle. And a counter by Helmsley. What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down. He got in! He got in! Just avoiding the ref's count.
And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop! Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Trying to put this thing away. Shoulders down, roll up.
Quick count out after 1.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
One step ahead there. Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia, so he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his...
Take it over!
Go for the win here!
Reverses the pin, shoulders down. Wasting no time getting his shoulder up.
He is still very much in this.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief. And into the corner he goes. Headbutt.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
God, I rake.
That's not right, but effective.
Firing with a straight shot there. Answering back. Ooh!
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Look at Maivia going to work on the animal.
The High Chief has all the answers right now.
Oh, ouch! They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
Stiff headbutt.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, Well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here. My goodness, is this even legal?
I don't think so. My God, enough!
Oh, strong impact! The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
And with all these blows to the head, he has to be disoriented.
I think that's the plan, Cole. Try to keep him on the back foot.
Then another. And he's in total control right now, only gaining more and more momentum.
Steele now just trying to survive.
Oh, what impact!
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. Took him out the knee.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well. Oh, here it comes.
That'll do some serious damage.
And George is laid out.
Makes the cover. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyrie versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crown already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyrie fancies herself a Morgan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyrie is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyrie.
Lyra Valkyrie may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyrie is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And it's all come down to this, the fight. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got a caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyrie.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyrie to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyrie facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring Tournament. Who will take home the crown? Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most men, let alone women. Nia has absolutely no problem using that power, and the same goes for her throwing her weight around in the ring. Lyra Valkyrie might just learn that the hard way tonight. Boom!
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade.
Legs getting tangled in the corner, stuck in the tree of woe.
Stuck in the tree of woe.
They are doing whatever they please.
Nia doing exactly what she set out to do, keeping Valkyrie grounded.
Now Jax needs to stay the course, and the crown will be hers.
Big headbutt.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyrie. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months, and Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all of the air out of Lyra Valkyrie.
Throws her back in from ringside.
Valkyrie crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, gonna climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this, maybe not.
No way, there's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no! Good night, Annihilator!
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax!
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring!
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Triple H, going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.